All right, greetings. Good Friday evening to everyone. I hope you're doing well. I guess I didn't. Hold on. I guess I didn't do my usual excellent job lighting things. Let me just turn off my overhead lights. Turn on my mood lighting.
Mood lighting.
There we go. Just got another excellent Warhammer 1/18 scale action figure today. Been wanting this one for a while. My latest passion.
Dope.
I know. How you doing, man? You doing all right?
Yeah, back from vacation, back from the screening.
I know. I'm just editing the podcast. Crystal hosted the podcast.
Yeah, I caught a minute of it when I was running around.
Yeah, I'm just re-editing it to upload it. She did a really good job.
As she does.
Matter of fact, I'm telling her to watch her live stream. Yeah, she did a good job, and we just talked about everything. I hope everyone's doing well. Let's just check in. Olive Drab is here. It's good to see you as always, sir. Lee Questenberry is going to join us later.
Okay.
Our Chief Technology Officer, who's going to tell you all about the new Axanar site. So as everyone, well, not everyone, as many people know, CBS took down the Gathering Storm from YouTube. So we put it on our website. So CBS then filed a DMCA takedown notice with our hosting provider. So we're going to have to take it down. We just took it down. It'll be down for 10 days. We're filing a counter notification. And at the end of that period, it will go back up. So it'll be down for 10 business days. So basically, it'll be down for the next 2 weeks. And then it'll be back up in all its glory. And we'll be blazing it out everywhere. Once again, CBS are just being total assholes. I mean, it's just really freaking. Matter of fact, you should see the letter that David Grossman, the petty, unprofessional lawyer at Lobes and Lobes, put out.
Lobes and Lobes.
Yeah, I mean, it was so interesting when he sent a cease and desist to Troy Downen, the guy making the 1/350th scale USS Ares. Even a guy. Now here's a guy, no interaction, knew nothing about the lawsuit, no interaction with them at all, and he got the cease and desist from that. Well, first he got the cease and desist, wrote him back and said, it doesn't apply to me. And because he's not selling anything. And so then the Paramount, the rookie lawyer at Paramount sent it to David Grossman at Lobes and Lobes. And David Grossman sends him a letter. And Troy Downen reads this letter and says, this guy really hates you, Alec. It's so unprofessional. I said, yeah, that's David Grossman. Very unprofessional. Yeah, that's what we have to deal with. So all of you out there. But we still are going to be able to watch The Gathering Storm tonight because I just uploaded it to the Aries Studios channel just for tonight. We'll be taking it down as soon as we're done with it. But for you guys, since we advertised that we were going to show it, we're going to show it and then delete it off our that YouTube channel itself, so that channel doesn't get a YouTube strike, copyright strike. Glenn Harlow is in Woodstock. Hey, Glenn, are you coming tomorrow to help us clean up at the studio, 9 a.m.? J-Film, how are you? Got a bunch of, there's, of course, Brian Simpson. Hail, Brian Simpson from Ventura, California. So just a little notice. We now have so we've been talking about when we're going to close the studio, as many of you know. And we got an offer from one of our good friends to ship the bridge set to California, ship it back to California.
Wow.
After 9 years. And so we are probably going to do that. Now, and we're also probably not going to ship the entire bridge. We're probably going to only ship half a bridge, kind of like it was for TOS. Although TOS had more, I mean, we're probably going to save everything from engineering on over to the first officer's science station over there. And so that'll give you half the bridge. Plus, obviously, you'll have all the command well. You'll have the pilot station and the captain's chair, and so you'll always be able to shoot, a good 180 degrees. And if we ever need to shoot the tactical station or the fleet op station, well, those things pop out, and they can pop in anywhere on the bridge. So you could manipulate it to pop them in somewhere else and shoot them. So you'd still be able to shoot someone working at that station. But the bridge is huge, and if we lose half the bridge, it's not going to affect us. No, we really don't shoot towards the view screen a lot, and we just have to, we have to cut our costs down because we're not really using it. I had just had a long conversation with Jeff Fagan about that. So that's the best way to preserve it, and Sean is totally excited to have it at his studio. He just started his studio, signed a 5-year contract in California. He's for those of you, he's Blake Savage in Daedalus. If you've seen our Daedalus short, hopefully you have. Also, just so you know, I'm just going to put this across here. VIP.axanar.com is our newsletter. Right now it is the notifications for the Kickstarter, which is launching next week, which we're so excited about, by the Warp 9 Productions team. Matter of fact, I just got a video today from Seth Sherman, the executive producer of the documentary. He's in Spain. He was supposed to shoot this video before he left, and he didn't. So I texted him in Spain and said, "Hey, dude, you owe me a video." And we're going, and because I'm basically helping them set up their Kickstarter. And so he put it together, and he's real excited. He's such a great, and I think he just finished the first season of Squatters, which is the new A&E hit show. And so Seth Sherman is just, matter of fact, Mark, next time you're in California and he's in California, we need to all get together because he is amazing. Seth is one of the nicest people I've ever met, and he's a wealth of knowledge. Talking about how he's going to execute the documentary as far as the editors, and he knows Hollywood inside and out. He's been working there for 20 years. So he's one of the executive producers of Shark Week, was one of the executive producers of Little People, Big World. So yeah, the guy's got a lot of TV experience. So anyway, and he's all about it. He's been a friend for 20 years. So he's the perfect person to do the documentary about Axanar and all the trials and tribulations that we've had to go through. So real excited to have him on board. So anyway, I've been liaising with Kickstarter for them, since I have a good relationship with the head of film there, and their Kickstarter is going to launch, and I think they're going to do really well. I'm really excited. So they may be shooting. Well, we may have to go to Southern California so they can shoot their stuff on the bridge set, interviews and stuff. So anyway, all exciting stuff. So notification of the Kickstarter, VIP.axanar.com, will also get you on our newsletter list. We've had we're over 20,000 people on our newsletter now. And beta.axanar.com is the website for Axanar, which you all can go and you'll be able to download. You won't be able to download the Gathering Storm quite yet. Let me pull that up and just show you. But let me share that before we let me share the screen. Okay, so if you go here's our site, here's our website. Okay, and you'll see it's just got the video up top like our old site, and then here's Axanar on Demand, Gathering Storm, Daedalus, Icarus Maneuver, Vulcan Scene, Prelude to Axanar. You can stream them or you can download them. Obviously, we've disabled this right now per the DMCA takedown notice from CBS and our hosting provider, but we're filing a counter notification tonight. So in 10 days, that will be back up, because they would have to file a lawsuit against us, and they definitely don't. One, they can't do that according to the settlement agreement, and two, they don't want to do that. And so they're just causing more problems for themselves. And so check out the website. Lee will talk about it once we're done. Mark's going to have to leave after a half hour, so we'll talk about it, and Lee will tell you all about what's coming for the brand new website. Okay, so I put the let me do this. Okay, so I'm gonna. Let me just go. Okay, I'm not sure that this is going to show up as a link, but hopefully you guys can copy this.
If that's the link.
That is the link.
That is.
To or you can just go to the Aries Studios YouTube page.
It autoplays. Nice.
So what we're going to do is we're going to launch it. We're all going to start it at the same time. I'm going to give you a countdown: 3, 2, 1, go. Kick it, and then Mark and I are just going to give you the commentary. Now, hopefully you've all seen the Gathering Storm by now. So this is going to be, this is going to be like listening to the director's commentary on a Blu-ray, right?
The director
Mark and I are
producer
going to talk about it. What's that?
Director and producer commentary.
Why am I getting an echo? Is that because I'm hearing it through you?
It's not through me, probably.
Are you on? All right. I'm going to put on some earbuds, I think. All right. So everyone go and boot it up there on the Aries Studios YouTube channel. Everyone found it? And we are going to start. I'm going to give you a countdown. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Okay.
One of the things I like about this open with the new narrator is that it's a brand new narrator. We don't have to listen to Christian do it over and over and over again anymore. And there were so many things in this mix, because for those of you who came to San Diego and watched it, we watched Prelude and Gathering Storm together. And for me, in those days, in Prelude days, I was just I was the re-recording mixer, so we managed the mix. It was so interesting to see his choices versus what we did, whatever it was last year, and how completely different the sound effects are in terms of mix and dialogue and everything else. It was like, wow, we had a very different vision. And we had somebody there say, why is it that there's so many more wardrobe shots and so many more close-ups and so many more really cool things in Gathering Storm than there is in Prelude? I'm like, completely different team, like 100% different team. It was great.
Yeah. Oh, my earbuds aren't working. So, yeah. And I tell you, watching it, I watched Gathering Storm. I watched Prelude, and then I watched Gathering Storm. And I immediately as soon as Ferran came on, I was like, whoa, this is different.
That purple, the lavender or purple eyes for Korax, we've talked about it before, but it was a strange whim when we were working on Icarus, and I was like, what if we give her purple eyes? And it kind of just, I put it in the edit, and it kind of just sat there, and now it's Axanar canon that she's got purple eyes, which will actually pay off really cool in the next episode.
Yes, it will. Yeah, yes, it will. So there's hopefully you're all on the Aries Studios channel and you're watching it. This is one of we had this shot. We've been using it on our website for years. It's still one of my favorite shots.
Yeah. And it's fun in episode 4 when we finally put the sound design and the mix to it. You're like, wow, it just so amazing. And of course, Steve just crushing this role. And
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll interview both you and I about how he did his performance, how we were 2.5 hours behind on shooting schedule, and he did what we had booked 2 hours for him to shoot in 45 minutes. He's so good.
Yeah, and he is the nephew of Steve Inat, the original Garth of Izar from 1960s. Yeah, which is how we found him through Linda Alexander. Excuse me, Linda Alexander, her Steve Inat's biographer, was like, "Oh yeah, his nephew is an actor in Canada," and he was Colonel Makepeace in Stargate SG-1 in the first season.
Yeah. Now these shots are years and years, almost a decade after the last D7 shot you see, and it's just again a visual effects team really creating great continuity. If you watch this shot in the mix, we kind of labored over, hey, should the explosion sound happen later as if it was a Doppler? Because there's no sound in space. Well, yeah, but there has to be. So if you watch it, you'll notice the big first explosion has a big delay because it's dramatically way more powerful. But then the next two explosions are right on time. So we can do whatever we want. It's all about creating drama. And Alec's incredible talent at taking footage that was on the floor from Prelude from Richard and then writing a whole story around all of these new characters that are Klingon.
Yeah, how awesome is it to have Richard playing against Tony Amendola? Two freaking amazing actors.
Yeah, two probably next to JG, two of my favorite Klingons, really.
Oh God, yeah. Oh yeah. It's amazing how we make Klingons that people just fall in love with.
Yeah. And for you sound effects nerds, that whole sequence is a ton of jet copters that have been resynthesized. And having Pat with us, some people are just really concerned. They're like, oh, well, it's not Kate, but it's like, besides the fact I'm a total B5 fanboy, I love her. I love her Alexander characterization. It's just so much more sharp and witty.
Yeah. Now, Crystal and I talk about this on the podcast. That the only criticism anyone's had for this is a couple people are like, oh, but her wig is so bad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, have you seen TOS?
Yeah.
Really? I mean, that was the thing. It was like clearly a wig, but you know what? So what? That's the way TOS is shot. Have you seen Janice Rand?
Right. Hello.
Yeah. Got news for you. They didn't do that hairstyle in the morning of the shoot.
Yeah.
And Eric Bell here.
Yeah, I love the choice that we have both kinds of Andorians. Both the TOS and the later generation version.
Yeah, someone said about the close-up of Thrill's antenna, like, oh, why did you do a close-up? They're so obviously fake. I was like, yeah, well, the real Andorians weren't available for this shoot.
The best. Yeah, it is my favorite hater thing where they're like, there's so many close-ups. I'm like, did you watch Prelude?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's her purple eyes, which I just
Dana
love.
just crushing that. Just, you can't, there was a point at which we were trying to work out focus on her face just a little bit tighter, and Alec is like, well, I don't know, it looks pretty good, her eyes are perfectly in focus, and Dana's like, I made those. they're not real. Oh, perfect.
There's Rob Pralgo, who does it. Amazing Commodore April.
There's a scene in episode 5 which I just can't wait to show you guys when it's all there. He literally rewrites the script in improvisation in this particular moment, and it changes everything. It's so beautiful. What a gem. Another one of my favorite visual effect shots from a million years ago that looks just like we did it yesterday. when she came on set and I met her, I was, Miss Tallman, so nice to meet you. She's like, please don't call me that. Please call me Pat. I'm like, absolutely. I'll call you Pat. But just so you know, if I get a little too fanboy for you, just say, Mark, it's too much. And she thought that was very funny.
Well, she's attending my birthday dinner Thursday, September 3rd at Dragon Con.
That's amazing.
So
I
you
forget
should
that you and I share basically a birthday month, birthday 2 weeks. I'm September 14th.
You should come down, dude. Alexander's flying over from the UK.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, he's going to be there. He literally said to me, he said, why don't you get Pat to come to your birthday dinner? I said, oh, okay. I sent her a text and said, Pat, you want to come to my birthday dinner? She goes, I'd love to.
Oh my goodness.
So, yeah. So, listen, come on down.
Thanks for the invite. I appreciate that.
No.
Now, one of the hardest things that we had to manage was we shot Alec out, but then we needed to change the script because we had some things that we needed to change to make it better. So we had to bring him back. But Alec had killed himself and lost like 80 pounds. He looked amazing. And he's like, every day he's like, guess what? I'm not eating today, and but we had to bring him back. Yeah. And he had naturally gained some more weight. And, there was you just can't get the lighting quite right. I mean, Alec looks great if you've ever met him in person, no matter what he weighs, he's always looking great. But on camera, a couple of pounds makes a difference. So one of the hardest things Jeff and I, and then Dana and color correction had to do was not only make sure that each of these shots with Alec looked as close as to the same as possible, but the lighting and the cameras, because they couldn't have been made. I mean, this was months and months and months and months later. So I'm really proud of that. No one's like, oh, that shot is not the same shot. Oh, well, that's obviously not the same.
As Dana and I have joked about for years now, it's like third season Garth. Because, third season Kirk is definitely heavier than, Shatner put on like 15, 20 pounds in the third season.
Yeah. You look great in this episode. You look great in both.
Yeah. I can tell the difference.
I look great in both.
It kills me. Yeah. It's because you got a face to be a director.
That's right. I got a face to be a director, a gut to be a director. It's perfect. Yeah.
All right. So hopefully everyone is watching. I should. There is there. I put it up there. And I put it in the comments.
Yeah, there's this beautiful shot with the forced perspective, the so-called forced perspective that here isn't a forced perspective at all. It's completely generated by Dana. And he even added that red glow to his face. Just beautiful, just crushing. And there's the old man with his beagle. And we've talked about Comac. He was the original version of Moreau. We shot him first. He's brilliant. He's about 8 feet tall. And I didn't know it until he got out of that giant chair. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm 6'2". I'm used to belts coming down to below my face. His belt is like right here on me. I'm like, wow. And he's got such a great presence. The problem was he's just too young to have been a compatriot. So, we brought Tony in who just crushes it. And then we're like, well, now what are we going to do? And, again, Alec, great writing. He's like, well, let's just cut it up and act like they're two different guys. And okay. And now we have 3 Klingons, which is brilliant.
Yeah. Production value, right?
Yeah. And that's post-production magic where you're like, okay, let's edit that. Let's see what happens. And fortunately for us, they're facing opposite directions, so they can actually be counterparts.
Yeah.
And dramatic counterparts instead of both on the same side. Because if they were both on the same side, they would tend to face off against Richard, which isn't great. So happy accidents. Yeah,
I got a nice compliment from Tony Amendola the other day after we released. Um,
That's great.
yeah.
So great to have Adrienne with us. You know, she's, if anybody is Star Trek fan lore, it's her. And you know, just how many of these Star Trek fan films has she been in that have gone on to do major things? So it's fitting that she was with us. And God bless Gary Graham. You know, I knew that he was not well because I had talked to him multiple times. In fact, there was a conversation around me actually mixing his latest band's record. So, you know, he and I were kind of connected. And when he came on set, I was like, wow, he is not well. I don't know what, I'm not a doctor. I don't know. But I was like, something's not right. So it was much like Richard when we shot Blade of Honor. Something's not right. Nobody's talking about it.
Yeah. Oh, also Glenn Harlow gave us a super chat. Want to say thank you for that. And Shane Marks, thank you.
Thank you. And again, all these backgrounds and color correction, it's all Dana, all of it. And the compositing, the backgrounds, the images that are on the back of the screens on the bridge. I mean, he's done, if there was ever an unsung hero, it's Dana on this. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one of the few shots. Anytime we see Leonov, that's from 2019. So, you know, we were able to save some of the 2019 stuff. And this is probably the biggest jewel that came from it. And, you know,
right.
Jamie's great.
Oh, Jamie's great. Yeah. That is literally the only practical shot we were able to save.
There's a couple of bridge people tumbling. You know, we used 2 of those shots in Icarus.
That was from the Friday shoot. Yeah.
Yeah. We were able to use a couple of them in Icarus, actually.
Yeah.
And then, you know, make new voiceovers and make it sound very different than what was there. But, and actually one of them shows up in the latest episode 4 trailer, which I don't know if that's even released yet, but
yeah,
that's fun. Now, let me tell you how hard it is to do sound design for all of these ships, because there's so many different classes of ships. There's not like just the Ares. There's like, what, 8, 9? And the sound design team and I were like, we got to have different sounds, different warps, different everything for every class of ship. So I remember when I first saw that shot, I'm like, oh my God, that's going to be a lot of different tracks. In fact, when we got to the mix, the whole mix is about 150 tracks. That shot is 90. An additional 90 shots, 90 tracks. Just because every warping is a different, almost, well, not every warping, but there's so many different classes of ships that are warping in. And when we get to episode 5, you'll really notice. You'll be able to close your eyes and go, oh, that's an Ares. Oh, that's a D6. Oh, that's once you know what they are. And this shot here is one of the last shots that went in. It's one of the last visual effects bits that came in. I remember doing the sound design for this after the mix was over, because we didn't have it in the mix in California.
I will be answering some of your questions. He's not hating on Narv. He's lamenting the death of Narv.
Yeah.
I'm not spoiling anything.
Nope.
It's first contact with the enemy.
This great score by the Livesey brothers, just crushing score. So good.
Yep. And there you go.
And all of these images here were also late. We, from Prelude, obviously, it's just a starfield moving and then credits. And then Alec said, well, what if we do this? So we brought our gaffer in, who's also a cinematographer, and he shot stills and motion of all of the plates, all of the consoles on the bridge. So what you're seeing here is actually the working bridge images. These aren't just CG. This is actual footage. Some of it is stills that we moved the camera across, the virtual camera across. But if you were to go onto the Aries Bridge in Lawrenceville right now, you would see this. And if you look carefully, for those of you who don't know, there's so many Easter eggs. My favorite one is from The Last Starfighter. That is my favorite one. And it is loud and proud here in a minute or so. But there's several on here that are all over the bridge. We couldn't fit them all in because it would be a little too comical. But at the screening, more than once, somebody point out and go, "Oh, what's that?" So,
yeah. Well, and listen, obviously, this is inspired by what they did in Picard season 3, right? Where it was all pictures, it was all images of the panels of the LCARS panels on the Enterprise.
That's an actual real plaque by the transporter or the turbolift on the bridge. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm very proud to have my name stuck in the middle on that plaque.
There's Dana Wagner, who has a couple credits here.
A couple? Yeah. A couple.
There's
dozen.
Another one.
Yeah, a couple dozen.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the people you're looking at right here are people who have been with us, so many from the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, the beginning of Atlanta anyway.
There it is.
There it is. Your second Easter egg there. My favorite.
Oh, excuse me.
There's another one. Couple, actually. Different. Well, I'll just leave it there. More Dana. As should be. More Dana. And for those of you who don't know, we've lost so many good folks during the production of this, and none of the least of which is Frank Serafini, who was with us on the sound team on Prelude, who did the sound effects for Hunt for Red October, Tron, and Star Trek The Motion Picture. So it was such an honor to have him with us. And sadly, he was killed a few years ago, I think 2019. Please support Axanar Animal Rescue. And thank you, Larry at OWC. So fun.
Love the way this slides right in there.
I love that.
All right. There you guys go.
Well, John Peter Preston, the other nice thing about having a Blu-ray is you get the whole 5.1 mix. If you got a system for it, it's going to be dope.
So hopefully most of you have downloaded that already off of our website, because as I mentioned, we've temporarily disabled it while we wait for the 10-day waiting period for the DMCA takedown notice to run out. But it will be back on our website in 10 days. And if you haven't downloaded it already, you'll be able to download it. Oh, yes. Delete it forever. Okay, so now it's gone. But I hope everyone enjoyed that. Certainly, it's been a long time coming, and we really enjoyed making it. I cannot wait to see how the guys who are making the documentary Josh Bishop, the director, or Seth, who Seth started as a story editor. So I'm sure he will have a good amount of input into the story that the editor and Josh are crafting. So a few things. Let's see. Someone said they wanted to gift memberships, and I'm sure I don't know how that's done. Whoa! Look at this. Thank you so much, Martin.
Thank you, Martin.
I don't know what you did. I don't know how you do that, but thank you so much. That's very nice of you. We'll figure that out. Feel free to email me at alec@axanar.com. Okay, I'm definitely going to hook you up with some swag, my friend.
Thanks, everybody. I have to take off. Thank you for this. Thank you.
I know I've got Lee. As a matter of fact, I've got to send Lee an invite because Lee Questenberry is going to jump on and take your place.
All right. Idic and all things, everyone.
Hey, thanks, Mark. It's good seeing you. All right. Let me shoot off to Lee. Lee, I'm going to send it to you on Signal. There you go. There's your invite. There we go. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, good. Lee is going to be joining us, and Lee can tell you all about the website. So thank you so much, Martin. That's very, very, very generous of you. There he is. There's our the head of Axanar Arkansas. Are you in a tent? What do you do? Where are you?
Tonight, I am in Norfolk, Arkansas, in a tent.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's thundering and lightning all around us. There's these kind of glamping tents, like they have amenities and thin walls. You can see it's like a metal wall vinyl tent. There's a AC unit behind me I turned off because it was rather noisy. And I didn't want to have noise everywhere, but yeah. So I start my real job Monday. I know that's not a here or there, but the announcement for me is I start my full-time job Monday, and so I took a last-minute vacation with my wife here in the middle of north central Arkansas, not too far from home. I live in Jonesboro, and I went to Arkansas State University. Actually, I texted Alec today. And I was like, doesn't somebody around here have a bridge that I could go look at? And he was like, yeah, somewhere in Arkansas. Figured it out. It was Warp 66. It's in Harrison, Arkansas. And
Right.
It used to be in Mountain Home, which is where I'm about 10 miles from Mountain Home, but that's where I was most of the day today. And we just kind of drove around and looked at scenery and stuff, but I didn't go pursue that. We didn't have enough time. Plus Crystal was like, no, we're not doing that. Let's go do something fun. I was like, oh, okay. So maybe tomorrow. And I'm out rolling around, checking out the countryside. We might look that up and see where it is anyway. I don't know. It seemed like a pretty cool scavenger hunt, something to do. There's not much around here to do than relax beside a stream. And I'm not fishing. There's a lot of the White River. People trout fish here quite often, but
Which no one cares about, Lee. Everyone wants to know about the
here for that. Yeah. So that's me. Yeah.
Tell everyone what you got planned for the website. Why the change of the website?
So
what you're planning, how you're executing it.
So I've been managing the Axanar.com website since 2015 or 16, off and on, and Alec and I have both experienced lots of growing pains with different hosts and different solutions and things like that. And over the years, I've obviously sharpened my skills professionally and in the corporate world, and so anything I can do to pay that forward, in kind with this project. I'm always trying to do that, and so got to looking at everything, and we've been running on WordPress and a slow server, slow-ish stacks, and we just kind of outgrew it, and with the new Gathering Storm release coming out and the follow-up to that coming in the near future, I wanted to make sure that it was easy for us logistically, since a lot of times on the digital stuff, it's literally just me and Alec hashing it out, maybe a handful of other people. And so I wanted to put it all in one place. We had the old donors website, which was built by Rick Torensky. I may be saying that wrong, but and it was okay, and it was kind of working, but it wasn't quite there yet. But the good thing is it had all the data, had all you guys' donors data, addresses from back in 2015, 2014, that era, 2016. And so those records needed to be kind of proliferated in a way that's easier for Alec to manage and the team there in Georgia. So I took it upon myself to streamline the applications, taking the donors website and the Axanar.com proper, like, forward-facing website, and kind of push those together in a single branded experience for everyone. So the beta.axanar.com that you see now it's a living, breathing, working. We're all working on the ship as we're sailing it, kind of thing. We're building the plane as we fly it, but it is intended to take the place of the old Axanar.com that you see now. It would be we will redirect and everything, and you guys will have membership based perks, digital perks, all the new stuff that Alec and the rest of the production team have to offer. We're putting the e-commerce sort of shop where you can get perks and pins and patches and that sort of stuff in the same user, like, so you can use your same user account for all of that, and be able to track your participation within the Axanar universe. And so it's a little rough right now. Alec and I both are, like I said, it's in a beta, but it's in a beta that got the attention of some people that we didn't want to get attention of today. So hats off to you guys for getting the Gathering Storm out there enough that I had to get an ugly letter today and deal with it. So that was fun. Alec and I took care of that. As you said, we took the film down for 10 days to comply with the DMCA takedown request, but no fear, it'll come back. We have other ways of distributing it, and I'm sure he's already handed out links to the other ways to distribute the film later if we need to privately. But that's not the focus of this. The focus is the donors. This week we're going to be, that was just kind of a nice aside that we had to deal with that little fire and put that out with the request.
Yeah, and I'm not worried if it's down for 10 days. It'll be back up.
We'll snowball. I mean, we'll continue the momentum because, I mean, it hadn't stopped us in 12 years. We're going to continue.
So everyone needs to go to the website and just make sure that you're on our homepage at beta.axanar.com and
just check it out.
Make sure you sign up for our newsletter. Make sure you go to our homepage and use Axanar on demand. And instead of streaming the stuff, just download the stuff. That way, it's on your computer. You can watch it anytime you want. We're giving away free downloads of all the films that we make. The big push
that was actually unexpected. Axanar on demand was kind of Alec and I we wanted a place to play the videos, right? YouTube had been taking us down, and so we kind of took matters in our own hands and self-hosted. And I just was like, well, we have enough films here to kind of have like a little on demand, like a little Netflix type thing for Axanar. And so I kind of put it together, and it was robust enough that it didn't go down. It didn't go down at all after we launched it. And I think the last time I checked, you guys had, I think that the tally the last time I checked was over 5,000 individual downloads, like straight
Wow.
downloads on that
Great.
particular one. I can go back and check. That might have been views.
Yeah, we should have a counter on there.
Don't persecute me. There's a counter on each one for how many times it's downloaded. It's just kind of small.
Is it visible?
Yeah. It says it's probably got an icon or something, like a download icon or something.
Oh, I see.
But I can't remember exactly what that one was at. But I think it was either 5,000 views or 5,000 downloads.
5.2 thousand views.
Okay.
And 1.3 thousand downloads.
So 1.3 thousand. That was the tally before we had to shut it off today. So you guys hit it so hard that it got noticed by several people, and actually I had to throw a few extra containers at it and rethink the streaming strategy behind it, because the direct downloads were getting hit so hard the first day that the containers, the servers that we spin up, were spinning extras up to keep up, and I was like, this might we might need to reevaluate the code. So I went through the back end of the code and worked on like the piping, and I'll save you guys the geek speak, but basically I made it more efficient so that it wasn't killing bandwidth and killing our servers, and did some load bearing balancing and that kind of stuff to keep it up. So guys, it's not simple. It's been a battle, but I've been here behind the scenes with Alec for 12 years, and I'm doing my best to answer almost each and every one of you individually.
Yeah, I noticed.
Even with like perk requests and donor requests that I can't answer myself, I have to reach out to Alec. I'm still fielding those, helping you guys as best as I can in the trenches, and because I want to make this as smooth as possible. I designed the Hercules patch. I designed one of the covers inside of the Blu-ray. That's how Alec and I met, was me just through brute force, and back when I was on Facebook, just, I don't know, getting on his nerves, got his attention, something. And so I've been to Atlanta and Lawrenceville a few times, and I've been to the studio 3 times there in Georgia now. Actually, I've been to the first location and then its current location twice. My brother was in the credits as security, which was awesome. I saw that when we were watching earlier. I don't even think Michael knew that, so I'll take a screenshot. Michael Questenberry, security team. He doesn't even know. So, but yeah, I'm in it for the long haul. You guys, you can ask me questions here, but honestly, I'm getting all of the Axanar Tech at Gmail requests from the website, and when I'm not on vacation and not at work, usually in the evening hours, I try to, handle at least 5 to 10 of you guys' requests, and triage them as much as possible so that everything is transparent and clear. And I appreciate you guys sticking with Alec and the team. I've been with him since Prelude. I didn't work on Prelude except for post-production with a little bit of artwork, but I've been in the thick of it with him, and it's kind of getting heated again. It's kind of fun to dust off the old chops and put this site together for you guys. Has been kind of a pleasure. It's been fun. I like to do that. I'm a professional web developer by trade, and so I hope that you guys like what I've put together for you and continue to give us feedback. There is a feedback comment section that you can fill out. Many of you already have. If you don't feel like doing that, you can always send an email to axanartech@gmail.com, and I will field those as soon as I can. Anything else, Alec? Do I need to announce?
No, that's
we covered all the bases.
Yep. Thank you so much, Lee. We appreciate it. You please stay safe from the bears and the
Yeah.
snakes.
I think thunderstorms are going to get us now, but it was lightning pretty. I mean, I'm literally in that's a tent.
Don't get
But
washed away, man.
it's a tent with an air conditioner in it, and a refrigerator, and a microwave, and
Espresso machine and a
yeah, it's
back
a fancy.
massage.
It should have an espresso, but actually it might. No, it's just got a coffee pot and a toaster. Simple.
We're good. All
Anyway,
right.
ciao, guys. Thank you so much. I'll be in touch this week. You guys give me Monday, Tuesday to get acclimated at my quote new job. I contracted for the company and I'm going to work for them on Monday, but I've been off for the last 10 days. So we'll get spun back up and I'll get back into the groove of things behind my computer, and we'll get you guys taken care of on your donations and your rewards and tracking and all of that. That's been the focus for me this week, is getting Alec to where he can go in and manage easier to tell you guys where your stuff is. So where's my stuff? That's what we're working on.
All right, dude. Thanks so much. We'll chat with
Thank
you.
you, guys.
I'll chat with you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be around. See you.
Cheers. All right, there you go, guys. That's Lee, who's putting together the amazing new Axanar website. So please make sure you check it out. Download the other episodes that are there. Gathering Storm will be back in 10 days, so stay tuned for that. And if you have any questions, we'll be here, and I'll be live streaming again every few days, just leading up to the Kickstarter for the documentary, The Battle for Axanar, which is going to be which is amazing. And they have their Kickstarter page up already. Let's see. I have it on my other computer, but let's check it out. Hopefully you can. Hopefully you can just. Let's see. What do we got? Oh, there it is. All right. So here it is. Let me share this. Here is the preview. I guess this is the preview page. You can hit here, notify me when on launch. That way you'll find out about it when it launches. This is their video. So please do check them out because that is just epic. It's going to be a huge piece of the Axanar legacy, being able to have, these Hollywood pros tell the story about Axanar from beginning to end. Thank you. Listen, thank you, Martin. We really appreciate your support. Make sure you email me, alec@axanar.com. All right. So there you go. Please sign up for our newsletter down below, vip.axanar.com, and go to our website, beta.axanar.com, and download Daedalus, download Icarus Maneuver, download Prelude, download the Vulcan Scene. You can download all of them. And then once we're through the DMC takedown period, you'll be able to stream and download the Gathering Storm again, okay? So listen, guys, as always, thank you so much for your support. If you're in the Atlanta area, come by tomorrow. I think, and Glenn Harlow, since you're there, we may be shooting for 10 o'clock. We've got Scott, who's coming from Douglasville, may not want to get there that early, so we may be shooting for 10 o'clock in the morning because we're just starting to clean up the studio. That's what's important. Thank you all. Listen, this has been a privilege to do this for the past 16 years. We started in 2010, and we will be done as soon as Crucible's out. So we're excited about that, and hopefully you are too. Crucible is going to be amazing, and we're so excited about. I think the most exciting thing is that we've proven to everyone that we're real, that it wasn't that we weren't just wasting people's time and money, that just because CBS and Paramount wasted $1 million in donor money, we were determined to get the donors the story, right? It may not be a 2-hour or 90-minute feature length movie, but we were determined to get the story out, and I think we are, and I think we're doing it in a reasonable fashion, because Prelude was a high bar, and I think The Gathering Storm exceeded that bar. So there you go. Thank you. Thank you, sir. That is high praise. We greatly appreciate it. And thank you all. So listen, stay in touch. If you're a donor, or if you're not on the newsletter list, you missed a big offer yesterday. Basically, we're giving away challenge coins. So if you're not on the newsletter, you're missing out. There's more stuff to come. And so I need you all to pay attention to the newsletter. Sign up, vip.axanar.com. And listen, I want to come out the gates storming and support those guys at Warp 9 Productions when they launch their Kickstarter. So I'll be live streaming every day in the beginning of their campaign. Thank you so much. Look at that. Well, listen, I'm just excited to have all of you guys along with us on the journey, right? That's what's important. Yeah, I guess so. And listen, we're going to win. We're going to win this. You watch. Paramount's going to, listen, if Paramount does nothing else but call off the asshole lawyers at CBS, that's a huge win for us. I'm not expecting them to make me showrunner of Star Trek, or even bring us on board to do anything. They'd be smart to do that, since we're the most beloved Star Trek of the last 20 years, and that's an objective fact. There you go. Yeah, Jen, thank you so much. We appreciate that. We are hoping so, Val. We hope so, but I'm not going to promise that, because I can easily see this going into the beginning of the year, and we're okay with that. Listen. Make sure you sign up. Go to Kickstarter and sign up. There's a preview page there. Let me show you that again. If you sign up for their preview to the preview page here, notify me on launch. Right, you see that over there. The Battle for Axanar. Notify me on launch. You want that. You want to be notified on launch. Okay. They will be doing a Blu-ray for their campaign, for their documentary, and they're going to have their own perks. We're giving them a bunch of perks to use as like sweeteners and stuff, in case, because I think a lot of people don't have this all the great perks that we have. So okay, this is wrong. No, Paramount owns CBS. That's incorrect. Paramount is the parent company. CBS is the subsidiary of Paramount. So that's a mad Michigander. You need to catch up on things. Thank you, though. Yeah, absolutely. This is true. The fans go where they can see good Star Trek, and they are going to continue to come to Axanar, because we make Star Trek people love. And when Paramount understands that and stops trying to fight with us, and again, it's not Paramount, it's CBS. The assholes are over at CBS, not Paramount. Paramount's a new team. They really don't and I hear good things about some of the people there, like Chris Parnell, who's in charge of Paramount Plus. But hey guys, you're gonna have to come, reach out to us. That's really important. All right. You're very welcome, Mad Michigander. Listen, let me get going, guys. I have much work to do. And I love you all. As always, my friends, live long and prosper. We will see you. I'm going to try and live stream this weekend. No promises. But there you go. All right. Thanks so much. We'll see you. And I'll give you an update on the studio tomorrow, the next time I see you. Cheers.